appreciate it. Let's do it together.
All of that footage belongs to the Galactic Empire.
Yes,
it will be confiscated.
Yeah. Welcome back to Girl at the Con. I am so excited to see you in the new year, and I hope that you're ready. We're going to talk about Mosh Eisley, as you couldn't tell from the cold open. I found out about Mosh Eisley from one of my favorite YouTube channels, which is Star Wars Explained. They did a video where they mentioned Mosh Eisley. They had gone to it at Celebration Anaheim, and they knew a bunch of people that ran it, and they had a good time and all of that. And they showed another video where they showed clips of it, like them being at Mosh Eisley, and it looked like a lot of fun. It's an emo punk Star Wars dance party thing. I don't know how to better describe it than that. But it is really, the first year I went was really, really awesome. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So I started to follow Mosh Eisley just kind of like on the peripherals. I wasn't like hardcore. I didn't sign up for a bunch of their channels or anything, so I wasn't like hardcore following them. But I was keeping an eye out to see if they were going to do anything at like maybe Comic-Con. And they did end up doing something at Comic-Con, so I booked tickets. I tried to get some of my friends involved. I couldn't get anybody to go. So I went by myself. And I bought VIP tickets, and because I did want to start kind of splurging on myself a little bit, but I also wanted to kind of see, like, is the VIP kind of worth it? And I'm going to say that for me, for my first time, it kind of was. My second time, not so much, but we'll get into that in a separate video. So I got there, we stood in line for a little bit, or I should say I stood in line because it was just me, but me and the other people that were there, we stood in line for a little bit. They checked our tickets, and then they ushered us inside. On our way in the door, we got our VIP pass, which was like this nice little lanyard thing, a drink ticket, and something else. I can't remember what it was, but I want to say that I remember them handing us 3 things when we walked in. But I don't remember what those 3 things were. So then we got into another line, which was the line to get the rest of our stuff, and it was also the line for the merch table, which conveniently enough was right next to the bar, so we could use our drink ticket as we were waiting in line. I got my first ever mint julep, which I thought was absolutely fabulous and would definitely do again. Probably not my favorite cocktail of all time, but definitely like one of the ones that I would do again. Then I got a pin, I got a poster, I got my t-shirt, which looks just like the t-shirt I'm wearing now, except it's white, and the colors are like an orange sunset-y thing. Really like that one. I don't dig any of the colors on it, so I paid to get this one, which was the shirt that was included in the next package down from the VIP package, which is really weird. You would think all the VIP, all the pre-early packages would have the same shirts and not different shirts, but you know, whatever. So I got this shirt, and I got a pin. I got some, the guy who was doing the pins also had other pins. So I got a couple of pins. I got one that says True Jedi, which is a Lego Star Wars. Like if you collect all the studs in a level, you get a thing that says True Jedi. So I got a pin that says True Jedi, and it has the little Lego studs, and one of my favorites. And then I went and I happened to find this row of bench seating in the back, and I was sitting there. I recorded something, but I can't find the footage of what I recorded. It's in my copious amounts. Like, I can't tell you how much I filmed this event. Like, lots and lots of footage. I filmed until the battery on my camera went dead, and then I switched over to my phone, and I only stopped filming when I got to the point where if I didn't, I wasn't going to be able to call a ride home, like from like Uber or Lyft. And that's when I stopped using my phone. But I basically bled all of the batteries on all of my devices recording stuff. There were a row of tables that was like off to the side, but I thought they were part of the high package, which was the next tier up from the VIP, which was like $1,000, and it got you a table. So I thought the tables were for that. Well, turns out that the high ground was, there's, the way the venue is set up is it's like a box that just goes up, and it's like hollow in the center. So on the second and third floor, there are tables. And so those were the tables that people could go to and were kind of blocked off. But the guys I met while I was sitting down on the bench seats, one of which is Warpath Customs, and he's super awesome. I highly recommend checking out his stuff. I will have a link to him, his Instagram, in the description. But I started hanging out with him and this other guy, and then we grabbed like one of the last tables possible, which was way by the front of the stage and near the women's bathroom, or I think both the men's and the women's bathroom. Like, split some appetizers and got drinks, and we just had a lot of fun just sitting there doing that. You know, occasionally getting up, as long as one of us was like there at the table to sort of watch all of our stuff. And that aspect of it was just really cool. When it started, they had this video display, and the video display showed like an intro sort of movie, and then the people that were hosting it came out, and they were all dressed up kind of like Star Wars characters, but like not like nondescript. Like, they existed in the world, but they weren't like Leia and Luke and Obi-Wan and all that. They were just like characters in the world. And as the night sort of went on, periodically the show would like stop, and there would be a display from the Empire saying, "Oh, we've tracked you, rebel scum, and you're having this party, and it's super loud, and we don't like it, and blah, 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 and we're gonna come and find you," and blah blah blah. And it sort of progressed on from there, and like stormtroopers showed up, and they arrested the host, and the host, like, they were just standing out there not doing anything as the music played, and eventually they like started dancing and stuff in their Andor outfits and all of that. And I think Vader showed up, or was gonna show up, I don't know. Because of where I was positioned, I couldn't see the second, I wasn't like in the dancing and the mosh pit area, so I couldn't see the second story. And I know that up on that second level, like, somebody came out in like a costume, and I'm not sure if that was the Admiral guy, or like if it was Vader, or if Vader showed up later, because I left a little bit early. I left around 12 o'clock because I had an early shift at the con the next day, so I needed to go home and get some sleep so that I wasn't dead on my feet. But I really liked that story. I really liked the fact that it wasn't just a Star Wars themed dance party. Like, they kind of brought you into the world and stuff, and I really, really like that. It was just really cool. I got, like I said, I got just a ton of video on it because it was just awesome. I will say that my one disappointment in the night, and it had absolutely nothing to do with Mosh Eisley, which I just thought was mind-numbingly fabulous. Like I said, I found out about this through Star Wars Explained, and Star Wars Explained is hosted by this guy, Alex, and his wife Molly, and it's mostly Alex's channel, but Molly's there for a lot of like the live streams, and she does a lot of other stuff as well. And they live in Atlanta, which if you watch the channel, you know I'm not stalking them. They mention that they live in Atlanta, and they had not mentioned anything about going to Comic-Con or anything like that, so I didn't expect to see them there. And I saw this woman pass by me that looked a lot like Molly, and I was like, oh, that looks like Molly. And I should have stopped her, and I should have said, hey, you look like that girl from Star Wars Explained. But I thought, she just looks like her because the actual Molly's in Atlanta and blah, blah, blah. Well, I found out after the con, by watching Star Wars Explained, that LucasArts, or Lucasfilm, whoever, had flown them out to show them stuff about the Jedi. I'm not sure if it was Jedi Survivor or the Jedi game that came after Jedi Survivor. But it was basically about a Star Wars video game, so they'd been flown out to Comic-Con so they could do whatever and experience it. And they were, in fact, at Mosh Eisley. And I was like, damn, I missed my chance to meet Alex and Molly. And that just really disappointed me. I guess I'm gonna have to save up some coin and go out to Dragon Con, because I know they do meetups and stuff at Dragon Con, or just pray to the Star Wars gods they come out for a Comic-Con again sometime and I have a chance to meet them. But that was like my only real disappointment, and it's more, I'm disappointed in myself for not just stopping Molly and being like, hey, it was a lot of fun. If Mosh Eisley comes to your area, I do recommend it, especially if it's anything like the first time I went, which, like I said, just mind-numbing. Like, I could not stop going on about it the next day to everybody I knew, and to everybody who would just sort of like halfway listen to me. I think it was something that I would recommend to everybody, to kind of go out and find your niche party at least once and do it, because you don't know who you're gonna meet. Like, I could have met Alex and Molly, but I did meet Warpath Customs, and like, he is great, and we've talked several times since then, and he's definitely become a friend of mine. And we went to the 2024 Mosh Eisley at Comic-Con together. Well, we didn't go like together, but we were there together, I should say. But, you know, it was fun, and I was like, oh, I know he's going to be here, and I can't wait to see him and spend time with him, because, you know, he's like my new friend. And I took my cousin the next year with me, and we met more people, and it is just a lot of fun, and it's such a great way to meet people, is to just go to something that you both love and talk to people. So I'm going to leave you with a couple minutes of footage, because I did shoot so very much footage, that I want to make use of it, but I loved it. I definitely recommend going again.
Wind in my hair, yeah, we're flying. Concrete waves beneath us crying. Kickflip dreams, yeah, we're soaring. Under the sun feels like morning. Pavement scars. whose call no replacing. At the skate park where we belong, fast we'll sing a freedom song. Under stars and streetlights glow, this is home we'll never outgrow. Ducked souls on worn out shoes, broken boards we paid our dues. Graffiti walls, they know our name. In this world we're all the same. Holding high above the ground, in the air we feel no bounds. Every trick a fleeting joy, just a girl and just a boy. At the skate park where we belong, fast we'll sing a freedom song. Under stars and streetlights glow, this is home we'll never outgrow. Duct tape soles on worn out shoes, broken boards we paid our dues. Graffiti walls, they know our name. In this world we're all the same. All high above the ground, in the air we feel no bounds. Every trick a fleeting joy, just a girl and just a boy. Skate park where we belong, fast we'll sing a freedom song. Under stars and streetlights glow, this is home we'll never outgrow.
I loved it. I definitely recommend going again, or going at least once. So, thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Apparently, leaving comments also is really good for the algorithm. It shows engagement, gets my my stuff up there. But if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But if you do want to leave me a message, I do read them all, even if I don't necessarily respond. But, you know, tell me about some event, some off-site event that you went to at a convention that you really loved, or tell me what your favorite fandom is. Whatever you want to do. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next one.